The year was 1978. For the sleepy town of Northwood, life moved at a gentle, predictable pace. Neighbors knew each other, children played in the streets until dusk, and front doors were often left unlocked. It was the kind of town where nothing truly bad ever seemed to happen. That is, until the day Amelia Hartwood vanished. Amelia was a librarian, a woman known for her quiet kindness and a love for old, forgotten books. She lived a simple, unremarkable life. She had her routines, a morning walk, her shift at the library, and an evening spent with a cup of tea and a good story. On the afternoon of October 12th, she closed up the library as usual, waved to a local shopkeeper, and began her 10-minute walk home. It was a walk she had taken thousands of times before, a path etched into the very fabric of her daily existence. The sun was still high in the sky, casting long golden shadows across the pavement. Several witnesses saw her that day. She was last seen turning onto Elm Street, just 2 blocks from her own front door. And then she was gone. When Amelia didn't show up for work the next morning, her colleagues weren't immediately alarmed. Perhaps she was unwell. But by noon, a quiet unease began to settle in. Calls to her home went unanswered. By evening, the police were involved. They found her house exactly as she would have left it that morning. A half-finished cup of tea sat on the kitchen counter. A book lay open on her nightstand, its pages waiting to be turned. There were no signs of a struggle, no forced entry, nothing out of place. It was as if she had simply evaporated into thin air between Elm Street and her front porch. The search began immediately. Police officers, volunteers, and worried neighbors scoured every inch of Northwood. They combed through the dense woods that bordered the town, dragged the nearby river, and checked every abandoned building. Missing posters with Amelia's gentle, smiling face papered every telephone pole and shop window. Her image became a haunting fixture in the town she had called home. Days turned into weeks, and weeks into months. The initial flurry of activity slowed to a frustrating crawl. Every lead turned into a dead end, every theory collapsed under the weight of scrutiny. The case grew cold, but it never truly left the town's consciousness. It became a local legend, a ghost story whispered to children to make them hurry home before dark. Some people claimed she ran away to start a new life, tired of her quiet existence. But those who knew Amelia, those who knew her deep attachment to her home and her books, dismissed this idea entirely. Others spun darker tales. They spoke of a stranger seen lurking in the woods or a strange car that had been parked on Elm Street that fateful afternoon. But these were just whispers, fragments of fear with no concrete evidence to support them. The police files remained open, but untouched, gathering dust on a shelf. Amelia Hartwood, the quiet librarian, had become a question mark, a permanent fixture in the town's unsettling folklore. What could possibly happen to a person in the middle of a bright, sunny afternoon on a familiar street, just moments from the safety of her own home? Decades have passed, and we are no closer to an answer. What do you think happened?